So next, coming to the question number 6. First read the given question and try to understand. Finally, try to write down the given data. First, observe. An assembly line is to be designed to produce 80 units of a product per day. What is the meaning of this sentence? Here, production rate is given. It is 80 units per day. It is nothing but the output. First of all, write the given data, that is, put heading given data, output produced in one day is equal to how much? 80 units. Okay, right. Next, observe the next sentence. The number of shifts per day is 2. 2 shifts are working in a day. For example, in a company works for 2 shifts. And also, read some more information. And the number of working hours per shift is 8. That means, shift means everybody knows that 8 hours. 8 hours. In a day, how many shifts are there? 2 shifts. 2 shifts. Therefore, 2 into 8 is nothing but the 16. 16 hours are the working hours in a day. This is the available time. Available time. First, write down number of shifts in a day is equal to 2 shifts. Number of hours in a shift. Number of hours in each shift is equal to 8. 8 hours. This is hours. Now, first of all, we are going to calculate available time. Available time. Available time is equal to actual working hours. How many? How to calculate? Number of hours in a shift is 8 hours. How many shifts? 2 shifts in each day. That means 16 hours are the working hours, known as available time. Now, first convert hours into minutes. Why? Because observe this table. In the given data, time is represented in minutes, because there are 10 elements. For each element, it takes some time, known as processing time. All timings are represented in minutes. Therefore, convert hours into minutes. 16 into 60. That means 960 minutes. 960 minutes is the available time. Okay? This is the given information. From that question, we have written all the given data. Next, what you are going to do? There are some bits. A bit. Determine. First, A bit. Determine cycle time. We know the formula. What is formula for cycle time? It is indicated with this symbol. CT is equal to cycle time is equal to available time by, that means AT by output. Available time by output. We know the available time, we know the output. Therefore, first calculate 960 divided by output is 80. That means 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Cycle time is the 12 minutes. This is the answer. Okay. We have calculated cycle time. That is the A bit. Next, move to the B bit. What is B bit? Line efficiency. Determine the line efficiency. Indicated by the symbol LE. LE is equal to sigma T divided by N into CT. This is the formula. This is the formula. Substitute the values in this formula, where sigma T, is nothing but the sum of all work element times. Sum of all work element times. From this table, it is observed that for each element, that means there are 10 elements, for each element time element, for each element times are given, represented in minutes. Simply add all the timings. So where sigma T is the sum of all times of work elements. There are 10 work elements. If you add all the timings of elements, we will get 55 minutes. 7 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus, like that. Sigma T is equal to 55 minutes. Okay. We know the sigma T value. We know the CT value. We don't know the N value, where N is the number of workstations. What is the formula to calculate number of workstations? N is equal to sigma T by CT. Sigma T by CT. Sigma T means 55 divided by CT means 12. CT means 12. It becomes 4.5. 4.5 means number of workstations should be 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. Therefore, 4.5 means next highest number, 5. 5 workstations. This is the answer. 5 workstations. After knowing this N value, now we can easily calculate LE, that means line efficiency. But line efficiency should be represented in percentages. So multiply this fraction with 100. We will get this value in percentage. Substitute all the values. Sigma T means 55, N means 5, CT means 12 into 100. LE value is 91.66. Okay. Next bit, that is C bit, balance delay, indicated by the BD. BD is nothing but the balance relay. We know the formula, that is 100 minus LE represented in percentage. Therefore 100 minus, we have calculated LE value, that is 91.67. So it becomes 8.33%. Okay, balance relay is equal to 8.33. Okay, this is about C bit balance relay. Next, D bit. Determine the number of fluctuations. Already determined. N is equal to 4.5, approximately 5. What is the formula used? Sigma T by Ct. Okay. Next, also group the elements into work stations for the following data. So for this E bit, we are going to group the work elements into number of workstations. Already calculated how many workstations are there? 5 workstations. Within 5 workstations, we are going to assign all these 10 work elements. Okay, na? All these work elements. We are going to group these elements into workstations by following some precedence relationships. For this, first to draw the precedence diagram. Precedence diagram. Draw the precedence diagram for the given data. Okay. For grouping of work elements into workstations, first of all, draw the precedence diagram for the given data. Okay, put heading precedence diagram. Consider first element. For element number 1, predecessor element is dash, that means none. Therefore, we have to start with element number 1. So, draw one circle. This is known as element number 1. What is its time? This is 7 minutes time. You can mark like this. Okay. Next, consider element number 2. For element number 2, what is the predecessor element? 1. Observe next element. Element number 3. For 3 also, predecessor is 1. Next, observe next element. Element number 4 also, predecessor is 1. For all the 2, 3, 4 elements, predecessor is only 1. That meaning is, after completion of work element number 1, immediately 3 elements will start. That is indicated with 3 arrows should be drawn from element number 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here mark one circle and also put arrow mark. This is arrow mark. 1 is over, next 2, 3, next 4. What are the timings? Element number 2, 2, 3 also 2, element number 4, 5 minutes. These are the operation timings. Okay. Next, Move to the work element number 5. From this table it is observed that work element number 5 we can start after completion of elements 2, 3. Where is 2? This is a 2. Where is 3? This is a 3. So after completion of these two, we can start element number 5. This is a new element known as 5. So draw one circle. Within this circle, write 5 means work element number 5. Draw arrow marks. Arrows should be straight, not bent or curved like this. The length of the arrow has no significance. You can take any length, but it should be straight. There is no bent and curved. Okay. Work element number 5. This time is 8. Okay. Next, move to the work element number 6. Meaning is after completion of 3, 4, then we can start the element number 6. Observe where is 3, where is 4. This is a 3, this is a 4. Therefore, draw one circle like this. Arrow should be from left to right, not from right to left. Accordingly, you can draw the diagram and arrow marks. This is nothing but the work element number 6. Next, move to the element number 7. For 7, immediate predecessor element is 5. Where is 5? This is a 5. After 5th element is over, immediately we can start 7th work element. Therefore, this is 7. What is the timing for operation number 6? This is 3. This is 4. Okay. Next. For work element number 8, what are the preceding work elements? 5, 6, 5, 6. This is a 5, this is a 6. So element number 8 is new one. Draw one circle like this. Join 5, 8, 6, 8. This is 8. This timing is 7. 7. Next. Next element number 9. For a work element number 9, what are the preceding elements? 4, 6, 4, 6. Where is 4? This is a 4. This is a 6. After completion of 4 and 6, work element number 9 we can start. So accordingly, based on this figure, we are drawing this circle. Draw arrow like this, like this. This becomes 9. What is the timing for work element number 9? This is 9. 9. Okay. Next. One more work element is there, that is last one, 10th one. After completion of 7, 8, 9 operations, 10th operation we can start. Where is 7? This is 7. Where is 8? 8. Where is 9? 9. So here we can plan to draw one circle. This is known as work element number 10. What is this time? 8 minutes. Simply join these two circles by an arrow. That means activity is going on from left to right, not from right to left. Here also 3 arrows joined to one circle. Okay, na? This is a logical diagram known as precedence diagram. Next, E-bit for grouping of work elements into work sessions. First we have to draw precedence diagram. This is a precedence diagram. This diagram is used to arrange all the work elements in the proper sequence, and also on this diagram we can observe for each element timings we have shown. So from this diagram we are going to calculate for each work element, calculate weightage. I will explain about weightage. Weightage is equal to weight of each element is equal to time of that element plus sum of times of all following or successor elements till the last operation, till the last element. This is a blind formula to calculate weight of each element. Time of that element plus sum of times of all follower elements. Sum of times of all follower elements. Sum of all follower elements till the last element. Okay. Now, first consider work element number 1. Apply this formula. What is the time of this element number 1? This is 7. Forgotten to write timing. First, weightage of work element number 1 we are going to calculate. Time of that element, that means for a work element number, time is 7 plus, okay, 7 plus sum of times of all follower elements till the last element. What is the last in this precedence diagram? Last element is number 10. 10 is the last. Therefore, until this element number 10, what are the successor elements that we are going to observe? So, this is 7. Time of that element is 7, existing element. Sum of times of all follower elements, follower. 2 is the follower for 1. Okay na? Okay. 3 is the follower for 1. 4 is also follower. Okay. Next, move to this. 5 is the follower for 3, 2. 6 is the follower for 3, 4. Similarly, come to this. For 7 follower, 5 follower is 7, 5 follower is 8, 6 follower is 8, 6 follower is 9. Similarly, 10 is the followers for a 7, 8, 9 work elements. Therefore, from this diagram it is observed that sum of all these timings, how much? 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 9 plus 8. It becomes how much? You can observe sigma t is equal to 55 minutes. So weight of, therefore, weightage of element number 1 is 55 minutes. Then you can mark in this row 55. Okay, next come to the work element number 2. How to calculate weight of work element 2? Weight of work element 2. Work element 2 is nothing but the time of this work element number 2, that means 2 plus sum of all successor element times until the last element. Observe 2 for element number 2, follower element is 5. 5 is successor. 5 element timing is 8. 8 plus for this 5, 7 is the successor. 8 plus 4 plus this is also successor. 7 work element number 8 also successor plus last one. This is 8. This is the weight of element number 2. 2 plus 8 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8. That's all. So it becomes 29 minutes. Then mark 29. Okay, na? Similarly, calculate weight for element number 3. You can tell me. 3. Where is 3? This is the 3. The time of this element is 2 plus sum of all successor elements times. Sum of all successor elemental times. What are the successors? For 3, 5 is the successor, 6 is the successor, 9 is the successor, 8 is the successor, 7 is the successor, 10 is the successor. So the sum of all these element times is nothing but a successor. So 5 element number time is 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4 plus 9 plus 8. Okay, observe 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4 plus 9 plus 8. That's all. How much? It becomes 41 minutes. Then mark this 41 for element number 3. Okay, na? Similarly, we can calculate weightage for each element. For element number 10, what is the weightage? It's simply there is no successor for element number 10. Therefore, simply 8. For element number 8, what is the weightage? 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8. That's all. 7, 8, 15. Okay, we have calculated weightage for each element. After calculation of weightages, it is necessary to assign rank to every element based on the weightage. We are going to assign rank in the descending order of their weightages. Observe, among all these 10 elements of weightages. Which element has highest weightage? Observe, that is for element number 1 highest maximum weightage, that is 55 minutes. Therefore assign rank 1 to this element. Let us assume R means rank. First rank we are giving to element number 1. Don't give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You may confuse with element numbers and ranks. That's why it is better to use R1. R1 means R means rank 1. Okay. Next, what is the second rank? Next highest. What is the next highest element? Out of 9 elements, remaining elements, leave it this first element, consider remaining elements. Among all these 9 elements, 41 is the highest. Therefore we are going to assign rank 2 for this third element, R2. Okay. Next highest is 32, rank 3. Similarly you can assign ranks to all the remaining work elements. Okay. Rank 3 is over 32 weightage. Next highest is 29. So next rank is rank 4, R4. Okay. We have assigned for first 4 elements. Next elements. Next highest is at 27. There are in 2 places 27 is existing. Therefore first come first serve basis you can assign rank to this first element. That means work element number 5. What is the rank? Next rank 5. Okay. Next rank 6. Next highest 17. This is R7 is over, rank 7. Next 15 is the rank 8. Next 12 is rank 9. Next least value is R10. So these are the ranks. It should be 10 ranks. Observe, because we have 10 work elements, therefore the ranks should be 10. All are covered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Tallied. We have determined ranks. Now we are going to group the elements into workstations. How? For that purpose, prepare one table. I will explain later. For grouping of work elements into workstations, everybody should draw this table. I will explain this table elaborately. Okay, we have assigned ranks to every element. That means element number 1 to element number 10. Okay, once it is over, next prepare table. What is this table? Observe this table. In this side I have written element numbers. How many elements are there? 10 elements are there. For each element we have assigned some rank. Rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, like that. There is some relationship between this rank and this element number order. Here rank 1 is assigned to element number 1. Okay now? Therefore I have written 1. 1 means element number 1. First element is number 1. First rank is assigned to element number 1. That's why. Next, rank 2 is assigned to element number 3. That's why in the sequence after 1 write 3. This is for rank 2. For this element rank 2 assigned. Next, rank 3. Rank 3 is assigned to which work element? 4. That's why I have written 4. Rank 4 is assigned to work element 2. Next 5, like that. What is the last element? Last rank is 10 or 10 is assigned to element number 10. Okay now? That's why I have written 10, last work element, based on the ranking. This ranking based on weightage. Okay? Do the calculations carefully, particularly at this weightage. Okay? So I have written all these work element numbers. At the end of the column, write one sentence, that is idle time. We are going to calculate idle time at each workstation. Next, coming to this side, this means workstations. Why I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Because we have already calculated number of workstations designed for this problem is 5. N is equal to small n is equal to, observe, n is equal to 5. Already calculated. I have written that answers. Cycle time is 12 minutes. I have written here also. This is a very important one for grouping of elements into workstations. That's why I have written. CT is equal to cycle time 12 minutes. Number of workstations is equal to 5. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here work elements, here workstations. Now we are going to assign. Listen carefully. First, starts with work element number 1 and first fill all the details. What is this? This is workstation number 1. First consider workstation 1. Then go to workstation 2. Next 3, 4, 5 like that. First we are going to start with workstation number 1. Please respond to my question. What is the elemental time of number 1 element? What is the time of element number 1? Observe from the given data. For element number 1, time is 7. Okay na? 7. Observe this 7. This 7 minutes is less than cycle time. Cycle time. What is the value of cycle time? 12 minutes. But this 7 is less than 12 minutes. Sometimes it may be equal, no problem. Less than or equal to means no problem. Assign this work element number 1 into the workstation 1. Otherwise, don't assign. Don't assign. Okay now? Are you following? Did you understand? First we have considered element number 1. Observe the element number 1 timing from this table. This is 7. 7 is less than cycle time. Therefore, assign this element number 1 in workstation 1. Tell me that the timing is 7. Write 7 here. Assign it. Next, move to the next element. Number 3 element. What is the timing for element number 3? From this table it is observed that 2. 2 means 7 plus 2. How much? 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. This 9 is less than cycle time. That means 12 minutes. So assign. Write 2. Write 2. 7 plus 2, 9. Okay. Next, move to the work element number 4. Work element number 4. What is the work element number 4 timing? From this table, 5. Observe, now you can observe 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 5. How much? 9 plus 5, 14. This 14 value is more than 12. Therefore, simply put dash. Dash means we are not going to assign this element into the workstation number 1. That is the meaning. Similarly, move to the next work element, number 2. What is the, observe the element number 2 timing? 2. Element number 2 timing is 2. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 2, 9 plus 2, 11. So, 11 is less than this cycle time, therefore assign. Write 2 only. Write it 2. 7 plus 4, 11 minutes is over. Next, move to the workstation 5. Observe the workstation, work element number 5 timing. Work element 5. What is the timing? 8. Already we got 11. 11 plus 8 means 19. More than 12 minutes. Don't assign. Don't assign. Similarly, observe this. Next, 6, 3. 11 plus 3. It's a bigger value. More than this. Don't assign. Next, similarly, move to next element. 9. Number 9 element is equal to 9. So, don't assign. Next 7. Don't assign. There is no possibility. Next 7. 11 plus 4, 15. No chance to assign. Last one, 8. There is no possibility. Yeah, dash means we are not assigning these elements into workstation number 1. Okay, na? That is the meaning. Similarly, this work element number 1 is assigned in workstation 1. Therefore, it will not come in the next workstations. That means 2, 3, 4, 5. Simply put dash. Dash. Same logic apply to this element. Dash, 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 dash. Here also dash, 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 dash. Every work element should come only in any one of the workstations. That's all. It will not come in more than one workstation. Okay, now? Right. Next, consider workstation number 2. Workstation number 2. You can start with element number 4. Observe the element number 4 timings. It's a 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 is less than 12 minutes cycle time. Therefore, assign. This is the starting assigning element. So, 5. Next, move to the element number 5. Observe this timing. Element number 5 timing is 8. 5 plus 8, how much? It's at 13. 5 plus 8, 13. More than 12. That don't assign. Next, move to the element number 6. What is the timing? 3. 5 plus 3, 8. Which is less than 12 minutes. Therefore, assign. Write 3. Next, move to the work element number 9. Observe that element time. It's a 9. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 9, 17. It's more than 12 minutes. Don't assign. Next, 8. 8th element timing is 7. 7. This is 8. 8 plus 7, 15. More than 12 minutes. Don't assign. Next, consider next element, that is 7. Its timing is 4. 4. 8 plus 4, 12. Okay. It is possible. Therefore, write 4. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 is equal to 12. We can assign this element into the workstation number 2. If it exceeds CT means don't assign. Okay, that's all. 12 is fully completed. It is not possible. Next, this work element number 4 is assigned in workstation number 2. So, it will not come in other workstations. Therefore, simply put dash. Same situation for this also. Same situation for this also. Okay. Now come to the workstation number 3. So this is the workstation number 3. You can start with the element number 5. Observe what is the timing for element number 5. It's a 8, which is less than 12 minutes, therefore assign. Next, move to the element number 9. What is this timing? For element number 9, say 9. 8 plus 9, 17. Don't assign. Next, come to the element number 8. What is the timing? 7. 8 plus 7, 15. Don't assign. It's more than CT. Next, last one. 10th element number. Timing is 8. 8 plus 8, 16. Don't assign. There is no possibility. Okay. Put dash marks because already assigned work element number 5 in workstation 3. It will not come in other workstations. Therefore, we have simply marked as dash. Next, consider workstation number 4. Workstation number 4. Observe the element number 9 timing. Its time is 9, which is less than 12 minutes. Therefore, assign. Right? 9. Next, move to the element number 8. What is this time? This element time? 7. 9 plus 7, 16. Don't assign. Next, for element number 10, what is the timing? 8. 9 plus 8, 17. Not possible, which is more than this. Not possible. So here dash. Okay. Now coming to the workstation number 5. This is the last workstation. You can start with this element. Which one? Which element? 8. For element number 8, what is the timing? 7. This 7 is less than 12 minutes. CT. Assign. Next. Only one is available, that is work element 10. Work element number 10. It has not assigned in any workstation right now. 4 over. This is the last one, last workstation. Please observe for work element number 10, what is the timing? Its time is 8. 8. 7 plus 8, how much? It's a 15. This 15 is more than 12 minutes. As far as our rule, we should not assign here. But this is left over. Only one element is left over. There is no possibility here. So in this situation, by force, you have to assign only one element here itself. Even though 7 plus 8, 15. Observe for a work element number 10, what is the timing? 8. 7 plus 8, it's a 15. 15. Don't worry. Because for work element number 10, this is only one chance. Therefore, it is more than cycle time. Forget about this. From this table, you can observe that for each element is assigned in any one of the workstation among 5 workstations. Okay, na? Among 5 workstations, all the work elements are assigned. That you have to check once again. Okay, I think all of you did understand very well. Now, what are the next calculations? Next is, for each workstation, we have to calculate idle time. How to calculate idle time? In each workstation, I will tell. Please listen carefully. Consider workstation number 1. In workstation number 1, observe the sum of timings. Work element number 1 timing is 7, work element number 3 is 2, 7 plus 2, 8, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. 9 plus 2, 11. Okay now? This 11 should be subtracted from CT, that means cycle time. 12 minus of 11, how much? That is 1 minute. Ideal time represented in minutes, 1 minute. So 1 minute is the ideal time at workstation number 1. In the similar way, consider workstation number 2. What is the sum of these timings? 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. Subtract this value from CT, that means 12. 12 minus 12, 0. Idle time is 0 at workstation 2. That means utilization is 100% here. Next, move to the workstation number 3. It's a only one value, 8. Subtract this 8 from CT, that means 12. How much? It's a positive value. It is a 4 minutes idle time at workstation number 3. Similarly, workstation number 4, 12 minus 9. It's a 3 minutes. Next, last workstation number 5. 7 plus 8, 15. This should be subtracted from CT. That means 12. 12 minus of 15, how much? It's a minus value, minus 3. Okay now? Likewise, we have calculated ideal times at each workstation. Finally, calculate total idle time. Total idle time of all the workstations. Simply add all these values. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 minus of 3, how much? 5. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the total idle time of all the workstations. Okay? We have completed this problem. But how to cross check whether the obtained value is correct or not? There is one cross check is there. You yourself assess your answer quality or cross check. That is total idle time. We have to cross check this total idle time with this formula to test whether the obtained value is correct or not. Please check. N means 5 workstations. CT means 12 minus sigma T means 55. How much? 5 12s. 60 minus 55. Exactly 5. So we have verified. Okay, exactly correct. Our answer is correct. Like that, we can cross check by using this formula. This is correct. This grouping is correct. Okay now.